Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be doing videos again, and I'm just really excited about just everything, this journey, this process, and sharing things that I've been wanting to share with you guys and just with everybody I know, so that we could become more healed and learn to enjoy life without overwhelming ourselves and putting so much stress on ourselves and our bodies and minds. With that being said, today's video is going to be all about limiting beliefs and how to recognize that we have limiting beliefs that are holding us back. If you don't know what a limiting belief is an assumption or a perception of ourselves or this world and the society that we live in that could potentially hold us back from really living freely and living within our potential and really truly believing in ourselves. I do have notes, so I will be looking at my notes as I talk to you guys. These beliefs can be conscious or unconscious. They could be formed from past experiences or just things realizations that we have come to that we think are true, but not necessarily have to be true. For example, I wanted to be an actress when I was very young. I was often told, oh, get your head out of the clouds. That is something that you're born with, or that it was just not reachable for someone like me. There were several things that tied into it that I guess was the reason why I was often told this. And I feel that the person who told me this very often, I think this was a belief that they were holding on to. And I also felt like they didn't want me to get hurt in the process, because that industry could be very cutthroat and you hear a lot of no's. They felt like they were protecting me, but because of what I was told, I often felt like it was too good to be true. And as I got older and I went to college, it was something that I always continued to practice. I took acting classes in college. I always just did it on my own time, but I always had it subconsciously that it was too good to be true and that I'll never really make it. So I never really tried. I never really put in that true effort to reach that goal because of these limiting beliefs. If I didn't have that limiting belief, I probably would have acted upon that a lot differently. Or even if I had someone else as a young girl telling me, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you could do anything you put your mind to, and consistently reminding me, maybe that would have turned out differently and I would have taken it a lot more seriously. Although it is something that I do plan on doing further down the line, I felt like, that belief really held me back from putting in that work into what I actually really wanted to do. So the first thing that you want to do when you have a limiting belief is, first you have to recognize that you have a limiting belief. Because if you are in denial, then there's no way that you can really work through healing this limiting belief. So first you have to recognize what it is and ask yourself, what belief am I holding on to that may not be fully true? And I'm telling myself that it's true. And also, what do I tell myself when I face a challenge? Say, for example, when I used to play softball way back in high school, I would be like, no, I'm too scared of the ball. I can't hit the ball. I am not good at this. And I kept telling myself that. That, again, is a limiting belief. It didn't mean that I necessarily was bad at softball. I could have been great at softball if I put in that practice, if I wasn't afraid. But since I was afraid and I kept telling myself that I couldn't, and there was no way I was holding myself back from actually becoming good at the sport. So you have to recognize, okay, like, what am I often telling myself? Once you've recognized this limiting belief, I advise you to challenge this belief. So one way that you can do this is looking for other people. Say you want to pursue a certain type of career, and say you want to do nails, and you're like, no way, you have to be a certain way to do nails, you have to do this to do nails, blah 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 blah. Look for people within that industry that are already doing what you're doing. And this is one of the reasons I came up with my startup called Humans Who Empower. It's for that reason. It's for people to see themselves in these individuals that are already doing what they hope to do one day. You couldn't draw inspiration from these people who may look like you or have the same interests or the same style, and you can actually see it being done by someone else. I think that is so empowering and inspirational. I think that for me, definitely seeing other people trying to reach their goals and really going in to make their dreams come true, and me seeing myself in them has helped me and pushed me to this point to fully dedicate myself to creating content, to creating products for other people, and doing what I actually enjoy doing. Like I said, I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to entertain. I wanted to, back in the day, but now it's more so I also want to educate others. I feel like this society and this world needs a lot of healing, and the more we heal, the more of a greater community and society that we will be in. And that's what I hope for this world, for there to be more good than evil. Before I get sidetracked, let's jump right in back. So you want to recognize what the belief is and then challenge this belief. What can I do to become more of what I want to be? And also start telling yourself this. My father once told me, you will be anxious because you're telling yourself you're anxious. Yes, of course, there's a lot of other reasons that may tie into why we're feeling the way that we're feeling, but it also starts with training the mind. Everything comes from the mind, and also the gut. Well, I will talk about down the road because I don't want to get too sidetracked, but it starts with telling yourself the opposite of what you believe. And I actually have a journal coming out that's called All About Perspective, where I will invite you to write down what it is your current perspective, your current belief, and then what would you like your belief to be. Journaling and actually writing down things, and like say you write down the belief that you don't want anymore and you cross it out, and then write the belief that you do want to believe. That will definitely help you into convincing yourself that that is your new belief. There is so much power in the words that we say. How you talk to yourself is so important. If you're constantly saying, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, that's what your outcome is going to become. It's very important to challenge these beliefs and say the opposite, even if you don't fully believe it. You want to think about, what kind of person do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Will that person talk to themselves that way? No. So start being that person. Start acting like that person. Live, breathe, be, walk, everything as that person, that human being that you want to be. And lastly, put in action. It's nice to say, okay, today I will write affirmations and I will say them, speak them out loud first thing in the morning. You could say whatever you want, but if you're not putting the action behind it, there is nothing happening. There's nothing that is going to flourish from that. You're not consistently, think of yourself as a plant. If you're consistently watering the plant, talking to the plant, saying nice things to the plant will grow and flourish and be beautiful and be happy and lively. But if you don't, if you do the opposite, if you belittle the plant, if you abandon the plant, not water it, it will dry out, it will be sad. And unfortunately, that is the same way with us as human beings. We are connected to nature. We are nature. We have to consistently water ourselves, water our souls, our minds, take care of ourselves, and put in that action. Yes, it's hard work. It's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of consistency. Lastly, to celebrate your wins. It's so important to recognize when you do even the smallest things differently, and then little by little, as you keep going, it will continue to stick, and you will see the difference in yourself and your opportunities, because opportunities come when you treat yourself differently, when you move different, you believe in yourself, things start to come. And you don't even have to work for it. It literally just comes your way. It's so important to recognize the small wins after you take action. And remember that it's a lot of hard work. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie and tell you it's gonna be a smooth road. I truly believe that life wouldn't be anything if we weren't able to feel all these emotions and go through all these obstacles. And I really truly believe that life is all about healing. It's all about discovering who you truly are as a human being. And parts of this is getting rid of what we were taught, what we were made to believe that's not necessarily true, and to really believe in ourselves, know exactly who we are as human beings. Again, it's so important to celebrate yourself each and every day, even if it's something that you did as simple as making your bed or getting yourself ready. I know there has been moments in my life where I would wake up crying because I was so depressed and I couldn't even get myself ready. But when I did, when that day came and I got myself ready, I was so happy and I felt so good. So please celebrate that. Celebrate your wins, your accomplishments, what you have done, and know that it's enough. It's enough for now. The rest will come. We will talk more about patience and how to build patience with ourselves, with our family, with our children, and be able to really control over our emotions. But that'll come down the line in other videos. There's just so much that I want to talk about, but we have to take it piece by piece. And I really wanted to start off with this because I talk to so many people and I feel like we often put ourselves down so much. And sometimes I feel that we seek validation from other people and we wait for other people to tell us, you're doing great. You look great today. And, the little tap on the shoulder and good job. And although that is necessary and it's great for the soul and the human connection, it really starts with ourselves. Because when we don't have that, and there is no one telling us congratulations, and there is no one, we break down. And I really truly believe that it starts with ourselves. It starts with that inner work and you believing in that yourself and you giving yourself that push. And trust me, it will come into your life. that validation, that family, those friends, that a person that will always remind you that you're doing a great job will come into your life as you begin to love yourself and love on you and discover who you are and really flourish into the human being that you are meant to be. So I hope that after this video, people take away something and we're able to work on those limiting beliefs and those intrusive thoughts that come often. Sometimes we can't help it and they will come, those intrusive thoughts, but we have to get back on track. We have to remind ourselves why we're doing this. I almost didn't do this video today because I felt like I didn't have enough makeup on. No, that is a limiting belief. I am great. I don't need that much makeup. I am great with the little blush that I have, the super natural light that's coming in through the window. I'm good. This is more important. This message is more important to me, and to get this message out to others is more important than how I look. And yeah, so I hope to see you guys next week and on the next video, and I wish you all the best of luck in this journey. I love y'all. Take care.